Hello, Carla Hartley here. Today I am continuing our discussion of exit strategies. This one is aimed at the person or the people who are living and working in a business of their own. This would be a partnership or a closed corporation, anything that's going to have you working in a family business and might involve you being asked to sign off on taxes. Okay, so this is going to presuppose that you've been looking at and you're getting hints, maybe or maybe not, that somewhere down the road you might be looking at a divorce. I would say statistically in California and in the rest of the country, you are probably at risk of a divorce almost at any point in time, just given the statistics. So today's advice is intended to help you prepare for that even if you don't see it coming, because I will flat out tell you, there's always one spouse that is further out of the marriage than the other. And I'm talking not about marriages that are healthy and whole and happy and everybody's good. I'm talking about you felt yourself drifting apart, maybe counseling should be considered but can't be considered. Maybe you're just getting that little feeling, but that the other side's not quite as involved in the marriage as you are. So the advice I'm going to give you is good whether you see it coming or not. All right, don't lie on your taxes. This is very, very safe advice for me to give you. I am asking you to comply with the law and not lie on your taxes, so that's a good thing. But you're going to say, why should I pay the tax man more than I want to pay the tax man? Okay, you've got, say, a window washing business or a landscaping business or, even carpentry, anything. And you maybe get a lot of cash that's coming through your business. It could be hairdressing. Who knows? Your business or your spouse's business. So you have a lot of cash coming through and you don't want to report the cash. Why should you pay taxes on your cash? Well, a couple of different reasons. One, when the court is going to be looking at the marital standard of living and the income available for support from that business, the court's primary way of determining the best piece of evidence is going to be your tax returns. So here's the thing, you've got tax returns saying that you're earning $20,000 a year and there's no payment to the officers on top of that, and you own 3 houses. Well, how did you do that? Well, not in the past 3 years, Your Honor, because obviously you can see we haven't been making money. Here's the problem. Your taxes are signed under penalty of perjury. Let me repeat that. When you sign a tax return, you are signing it under penalty of perjury. And if you and your spouse are signing these tax returns under penalty of perjury, you've got a problem if you have not reported all your income. Now, to discuss how much you don't want to pay Uncle Sam. So you're going to pay him maybe $3,000, $5,000, $20,000 less this year if you tell the big old whopping fib on your taxes. That is going to cost you, in the event of a dissolution of marriage, exponentially more in terms of support you are not going to receive, because there will be no factual or evidentiary basis to find that that kind of income was coming through your marriage. So now you think, okay, well, yeah, but we can get a forensic. Let me just explain why that's going to be problematic. First of all, you're going to have the other party who's in the business saying, I can't afford that. Look at our taxes. We've only made $20,000 a year the past 3 years. The past 3 years, incidentally, is also going to be used to establish the marital standard of living, which is the cap that you're going to receive on the income you have coming into your house, including spousal support and your own income. They get added together for that cap. You see, it just all adds together, and that fib you're telling on your taxes just operates to hurt you, particularly if you are the supported spouse, the one who is likely to be the supported spouse in the long term. The last thing I want to make absolutely sure on this half of this discussion is that your Social Security wages are going to be affected by this. Okay? So if you are telling fibs on your tax returns and your self-employment tax is way down and there's no income coming your way from this business, it's all your ex, then, or your current husband or current wife, then your Social Security benefit is going to be based on what they're reporting as their earnings, and you get a derivative portion of that. That's a recipe for poverty in your old age. That is literally a recipe for eating dog biscuits and cat food. So my counsel to you is be wise and be honest. And don't make yourself one of these people who is going to be on the fringe. And if your ex is pressuring you to lie on your taxes, truly, I don't see that you cannot somehow respond with, but that's not true, unless you're in a really abusive relationship or you're already a very fearful relationship, in which case you probably shouldn't lie on your taxes for all the reasons I've just given you. All right, now the other thing I would tell you to do, absolutely unequivocally, if you are working in a family business, is make sure you are drawing a wage. This is good for both the party who is expecting to come out of the marriage with the business and the party who may not come out of the marriage with the business, the supporting and the supported spouse. The reason for that is if you are the party who is planning to walk away from the marriage with the business, then this lowers the value of the business and it lowers income available for support, and it adds to the idea that the other spouse is able to work and should be able to work at that level of income production in the industry in which you are. The way it lowers the value of the business is when they're calculating how much profit you have at the end of every year, that wage has been pulled out. And if your ex stops working in the business, that labor has to be replaced. So that operates to your advantage. Then, of course, we have the Social Security issue. If you're earning a wage, then your Social Security income is based on your wage. This is beneficial to you. It's not going to be a derivative wage based on what your spouse had on the taxes. Then for the supported spouse, especially if this has been a marriage of long duration, or you're looking at this, you want your ex, or say you're both 24 years old and you're just married and you've got your own business and it's starting to grow. Look down the road towards when maybe you're 60 and contemplating a divorce, or maybe out of love for your spouse right now, just go, hey, what if something happens to me? I want my spouse to get the best possible benefit that's available from Social Security, which means paying both of you a wage, not just taking the money that you can take and dodging Uncle Sam. I realize this may have sounded like a lecture. It is because I have seen this damage, this precise damage, result in the absolute poverty of so many older citizens, and it primarily seems to fall on women. I want to really emphasize that no matter where you are in your marital relationship, you want to be ensuring that both parties have a wage and that both of you are telling the truth on your taxes. If you're not, then you have a problem and it's just going to get bigger. That's what I have to say for today. I hope this